Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizen video. Today we're going to talk about future jobs in the verse. First of all, this video that you're seeing here is a little bit of our weekend ops that we did with the Texas Space Navy. You guys can check out the org in the description down below. It's Texas on the RSI webpage. We also have a couple of websites as well. You can get on the Discord, but most of our activity is on our Gilded. So if you want to check out the org, you can definitely do that with any of the descriptions down below. There are also individual members that contribute quite a bit to the org, that stream, that have their own YouTube channels and stuff. I'll put some of that information down below for you guys as well. So definitely check them out, give them some love too. So let's get into it. By the way, this mission is trying to capture an Idris, and it's a failure over and over again, which you may get a kick out of. I don't know. But yeah, let's get into the jobs. So we went over some of the jobs that are already in the game. Let's talk about some of the jobs that aren't in the game. Now, I could start any number of different places. There are a lot of different jobs that people are looking forward to, but let's start with the big one, the one that most of the people in the verse want to do, and that is exploration. So what ships do we have that are dedicated to exploring? And we have most of them in the game already. It starts, with the 315P, the Freelancer Dur, then you have the Connie Aquila, and then goes up to like the Carrack, the Carrack is going to be the big boy when it comes to exploration. And no, these ships are not going to be the only ships capable of exploring. There's plenty of others. Even the Terrapin could be considered somewhat of an explorer. The Endeavor. You could outfit a lot of ships with those scanning arrays that might make them a pretty good explorer. So just keep that in mind. This is not an exhaustive list. This is just the ships that are mostly dedicated to that role. Obviously, they can do other things. Exploration is going to include things like mapping out new star systems, finding jump gates, finding interesting things in star systems, whether it's like the Javelin Wreck of Daymar, or some sort of monolith on some backwater planet, or a new species. There's all sorts of different things that exploration is going to include. So this is going to be a very fun little role that a lot of people are going to want to do, and I expect a lot of people will try to branch out as much as possible early in the game and try to see as much as they can. So that's what I'm expecting. This is going to be an extremely popular role. So if you want to get into the game to be an explorer, there should be plenty for you to do, but you're also going to be competing with a lot of people. Let's go into the next one that people have been waiting for, looking forward to, Salvage. So we have a few salvage ships out there. I believe it starts with the Drake Vulture. That's a salvage ship. It's like your entry-level salvage. Then I'm not sure what would follow that, but I know the end goal is going to be the Reclaimer. The Reclaimer is a massive, massive ship with a big claw on the front that can be used to grab a hold of whatever you need to break up and store pieces of within your cargo hold. It is a big ship. It is an impressive ship, and we've had it for a while. We've been waiting for the gameplay for it. It's required some tractor beam gameplay, some drones, that sort of thing, which tractor beams are just now getting their first iteration, and drones should be coming online sometime in the future. Don't know when. But yeah, Salvage is another interesting gameplay loop that people have been waiting on for quite a while. We don't know exactly all the mechanics that are going to be to it, other than grab a piece of scrap and pull it in. I don't know what else they're going to put to it. Another gameplay aspect that I know I'm looking forward to, and a lot of other people may be as well, is medical gameplay. You have the Cuddy Red, you have the Apollo Medevac and Triage, and then you also have the Endeavor Hope class that are all dedicated to medical gameplay. Of course, you have the Carrack that has a med bay, The Idris and Javelin both have med bays. The Pioneer will have a med bay. Hopefully the Carrack will. CIG, if you're listening to this, put a med bay in the Carrack, please. Or I'm sorry, not the Carrack, the Kraken. I'm sorry. So yeah, put a med bay in the Kraken. But yeah, these are all the medical gameplay ships that are out there. But we're going to need first-person medical gameplay as well, so that you can treat injured folks right there in the field of combat. Maybe you can drag them out of the way, but then you're also going to need to be able to fireman's carry some people out of the way. This is going to be a very intricate, and I think it's going to take some work to make medical gameplay feel right. Because this is going to encompass both the first-person shooter medical gameplay, putting people in a bed and doing some sort of surgery on them, you know, and then of course cloning stuff, since they're talking about doing the cloning, which I hate. But that's all going to be included in this medical gameplay, and so there's going to be a lot of different facets to it. If you know, die a few times, your arm may have to be replaced by a mechanical part, or your eye, or something like that. So all of that's going to be probably part of medical gameplay for you doctors out there. Something to definitely look forward to. Hopefully they get it right, because I know it's going to be an interesting balance on that. Another one that I've been looking forward to as far as gameplay loops or jobs in the verse, how about the construction? Right now, all we have for construction is the Pioneer by Consolidated Outland, and it's a massive capital-sized construction ship. It's designed to build outposts, but we did get word that it'll build a little bit more than just your regular old outpost. Perhaps it's going to be able to build homesteads, maybe even space stations. We don't know what they've got planned for that. And I would imagine they're probably going to get a smaller construction ship in the game at some point, because really, I mean, that's all they have is the Pioneer. They don't have anything smaller that deals with construction. They do have something smaller that deals with repair, which we'll get into in a minute. But I know a lot of people are going to want to have or hire somebody that can construct a base for them, you know, out on whatever moon or planet that they are getting to or planning to settle. So that's definitely something that's going to be hugely important in the future. That's construction. Let's get into the repair. So we have a couple different repair ships that they do have planned that aren't in the game yet. One of them is going to be the Vulcan by Aegis. It is going to be like a medium repair and refuel ship, which that's another job that we will get into here in a second. But yes, so you'll be able to repair with that ship, rearm, refuel. The granddaddy of the repair ships is the Crucible by Anvil. This ship is going to be designed to actually be able to repair fighters all the way up to capital-sized ships. It's going to be a must-have for any org that has a large-size fleet, because you're going to need to be able to have that upkeep on all your ships, small to big. Super important ship to have for that. So keep that in mind. If you have a smaller fleet, the Vulcan will probably be plenty fine for it. But I don't know what the Vulcan's range is exactly going to be, or its ability to get quantum fuel and bring it. That's going to be a big thing too. So that brings us to refueling, which also brings in the Starfarer. The Starfarer is supposed to be the granddaddy of refueling. This ship is a pretty massive ship, if you didn't know, and it's going to be able to collect fuel, whether it's hydrogen fuel or whatever, and bring it to the highest bidder, or the friends, or whatever. Some other jobs in the game, I'm going to fly through a few. We've got science, which is all about making weapons stronger, better, faster, that sort of thing, or creating new biomes, new plants, medicines, drugs, etc. Passenger gameplay with the Starliner, the 890 Jump with the VIPs, you know, with the Phoenix and Phoenix Emerald. Those are all passenger type liners. Then you also have the, you know, freight slash, I would say, marketplace ships, like the Banu Merchantman and the Kraken Privateer. Those are going to be really important when you want to have your own marketplace. There are a few other jobs out there that we didn't get into, but they're going to be smaller, and there's some that we just don't know about. If you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.